Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing my first Christmas video, and this is going to be a really yummy cooking video that is full of naughty treats for Christmas. So these are really simple recipes to follow. A lot of them are just chuck together and go, and one of them is made from scratch, and that is the shortbread cookies, which is what we'll be starting off with. So what you'll need is just a electric mixer. I find that it works best with this because you do need to cream together the butter and the sugar, so this does work best with that, but if you want to do it by hand, that's totally fine as well. So what you want to do, you want to start off with 1 stick of butter and make sure that it is really nice and cold, and you want 1 cup of granulated sugar as well, and you want to cream these together with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, making sure that you're creaming these together really well. It will usually form a little bit of a lighter color, and that way you know that it is ready. And you want to scrape down every single, I'd say every like 10 to 20 seconds, just scrape down the sides to make sure that everything is really nice and well cooperated. And then adding in the flour, so you need 2 1/4 cups of white all-purpose flour, and just want to add this in slowly and gradually. So I just added 1 cup at a time, making sure that everything was really nice and mixed together, and then just making sure that you're adding just a little bit of time, otherwise you will end up with a dust storm like you just saw. But just making sure that everything is really nice and well cooperated. You'll know that it's ready when everything kind of sticks together. You'll be able to form a nice ball in your hand, and you know that that will be ready. Then you want to take a little bit of cling wrap, and you want to really well kind of secure it into that cling wrap, and make sure that you put it in the fridge for about an hour or so before you start handling it. Or if you're in a bit of a rush, pop it in the freezer for about half an hour. But you can do this overnight if you want to prepare it early. And then you want to take, I just found this is a lot easier. I just took 2 pieces of baking paper and I just rolled it out that way, and just use whatever cookie cutter you like. I just use Christmas trees because it is the most festive, I find. But these will be Christmas presents, and I find that Christmas trees obviously are a little bit more festive, so I'm just using that, but you can use whatever you like. And I'm just lining them on a baking tray, and I did preheat my oven to 160, and whatever's left on the actual dough, you just want to pop it back in the cling wrap and just pop it back in the fridge. I find these usually do last quite a long time in the fridge, and just popping those in the oven, they usually take between 15 to 20 minutes depending on your oven. Every oven is different, so just make sure that you keep an eye on them. You can see some of mine did go a little bit more golden than others, so just keep an eye on them. As soon as they start to brown a little bit, you know that they're ready, and you can pretty much decorate these any way you like. I just used kind of like a writing icing, and I just put a little star on top. I just found that was just the easiest, but you can go all out with these and you can decorate them however you like. Then moving on to the brownies. Now for the sake of this video, I did just use a brownie packet, but I usually do make my brownies from scratch. So if you guys are interested, I will leave my recipe to how I usually make them down below. But for the sake of this video, I'm just using a packet, and I'm just following the back of the box to adding what ingredients they require, and then just mixing that all together again, just making sure that everything is all well mixed. And then what I did, I just lined a baking tin just with a little bit of baking paper, just so it makes it really easy to pull the brownies out once they're fully cooked. But you just want to pop all the batter in there, and then you want to smooth the batter as well as possible, just so it is, I guess, semi-flat on the top. And I preheated my oven to 160, and these took about 35 minutes to bake in the oven, but just making sure that they are fully cooked. I put a skewer in the center and it came out clean, and you know that they are ready. And just for actual decorations and how I cut these, I just cut out a bunch of triangles, and this is going to be in the shape of like a Christmas tree. But of course you can cut out and you can decorate these however you like. If you want to use cookie cutters, you can definitely use that as well. That would be really cute, but this is just an easier way, just cutting them out in triangles. That way you don't need any kind of cookie cutters or anything, but of course decorate and cut them however you please. Now for the icing, I just used a pre-bought packet, and I just mixed that together with some green food coloring, and I just put that into a sandwich bag, and I'm piping that out onto the brownies and decorating them with some sprinkles. And also I use these little star like decorating things that I just popped on the top of the tree. It was really cute, but of course you can decorate these however you like. It is definitely an activity that you could do with kids, or if you want to decorate them yourself like I am. It's just a really fun way to, I guess, kind of spice up some brownies, and I added a little bit of a candy cane down the bottom to be like the stump of the tree. Now on to probably the easiest one out of all of these three. So I'm basically just going to take one packet of Oreos and I'm going to line them on a baking tray, and I'm also going to take a packet of white chocolate melts and I'm just going to melt those in the microwave, and I'm just going to take some skewers, and what I did, I just cut them in half and I'm dipping a little tiny bit of it into the chocolate, and I'm just going to put that into the Oreo. And basically what that's going to do as a stick, it is going to make it a lot easier to dip into the chocolate later. And I'm just going to do that with all the Oreos. Just take a tiny bit of the chocolate, dip it into the Oreo, and then pop them in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes for the chocolate to fully harden. And then once they have fully hardened, then you can dip them into the chocolate and it'll be so much easier, and it's going to be less messy for you guys as well. Once your Oreos are fully set in the fridge, all you have to do now is just decorate them however you like. So what I just did a variation of chocolate dipping. So if I were to do this all again, I would definitely just do chocolate all over the cookie. I felt like that looked a lot nicer, and I felt like I could get a really nice design on them. But what I just did some of them fully dipped in chocolate, then some of them I did half dipped in chocolate. But of course you can do this with any color chocolate that you like. You don't just have to do white. You could even do green, you could do red, you could do whatever you like. Just have a bit of fun with it. And then just for decorations, I just used the writing icing again, and I just topped it off with those little star decorations. And then I did one with baubles on them, and I did one with a snowman on them, and then I wrote the word Christmas. I did some with just a little bit of icing and some hundreds and thousands. I just played with it, and it is again another activity that you could definitely do with kids, or if you want to have a bit of fun with it, you could definitely just decorate them yourselves. But it is just a really fun way of decorating some Oreos, and everyone loves a good Oreo. So this is definitely one that I will be making for Christmas. But that, guys, is everything. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.